When Forbes publishes their list, they add a small qualifier that almost nobody notices. There are 735 listed billionaires in America, because nobody knows how many there really are. Forbes employs more than 50 employees in 16 countries to compile their list. According to their methodology article, they use public financial records, interviews with employees, rivals, attorneys, and they attempt to validate the numbers by contacting the billionaires directly. Some cooperate and give Forbes access to their personal finances so they can report a more accurate number, but the magazine admits that most don't.
But on the other hand, these billionaires often don't want you to look under the hood, and they're constantly finding clever ways and different ways to shelter their money, move it around, try to hide it, or just coming up with just new tax strategies.
Much of the list is an estimated guess, but there are also a lot of billionaires out there that will never show up on the list even though they should.
The list is really a list of individual billionaires rather than widespread family fortunes. And the same thing for people asking about Vladimir Putin or things like that. It's hard to break out where money is so intermingled with the government.
One group are the crony government leaders using their country's central bank as their own personal credit card. But I think there is another group that is even more interesting than that. Forbes and Bloomberg, who both get a lot of online attention from their billionaires list, have behind closed doors admitted that they have no way of keeping track of the most common type of American billionaire. In an interview with the New York Times, Kiri Dolan, the editor who oversees the Forbes team responsible for the annual list, gave a profile of a billionaire that they would never be able to find. She told the Times that it's someone who quietly sold a stake in a business for, say, $250 million in the 90s and then invested it well. That's it. That's all there is to it. $250 million is a big exit, especially back in the 90s, but it wouldn't have made the news unless it was a well-known household brand. Most good businesses of this size are boring and only sell their products to other businesses. As a former investment banker who has worked on a lot of these deals personally, I can tell you that $250 million exits happen every day, and sometimes it's not even the founders who are walking away with all of the money. Silent early investors in a private company would only show up on the paperwork in the part that tells the acquirer where to send the money. If a person took all of their earnings from a sale in 1999 at the height of the dot-com bubble and put all of it into the market and then spent a meager $1.2 million a year or $100,000 a month on themselves, they would now be worth $3.3 billion, and nobody would know unless they wanted them to. There are flashy individuals that want to show off their wealth, and there are billionaires that couldn't avoid attention because the companies they founded are too well known. But most billionaires are invisible to everybody but their close family, their accountant, and the IRS. There are three very important reasons why these billionaires do this, and two fascinating strategies they use to make sure they stay under the radar. The first reason that most billionaires try very hard to stay off the Forbes list is because of the problems that come with public notoriety. Lottery winners are routinely harassed by people begging for money, filing frivolous lawsuits, and family members pitching them a business idea over Thanksgiving dinner. The average lottery winner is 7 times more likely to declare bankruptcy than the average American, and the public attention they get is a big reason why. Not only is getting chased for your money annoying and costly, it can be dangerous. Known wealthy people are the logical targets of kidnappings, burglaries, and blackmail. High-profile business leaders and celebrities employ personal security, but it's difficult for these teams to always cover all their family members. Personal security is also expensive and inconvenient, because they need to travel, work, and live with you to remain effective. A nice relaxing life enjoying your riches can quickly turn into another job of managing a security team.
Executive protection agents serving Bollywood's biggest stars can earn more than $300,000 a year.
If nobody knows who you are or what you have in your Schwab account, then all of these problems can be avoided, and that's just the first reason. So it's time to learn how money works to find out why most billionaires don't show up on the Forbes list and what tricks they can use to hide their wealth. The second reason that most billionaires try very hard to avoid being included on the Forbes list is because they don't want to be seen alongside the same people that normally get included in the magazine. A lot of people that get articles written about them in Forbes paid for the privilege. Magazine subscriptions are down, and